Welcome everyone to round 4 of the Halo Racing Championship. And yes, we're back at the biggest track this championship has ever seen. So then, without further ado, let's take a look at the track we're racing on today. So then, we start on this massive straight that goes onto the ramps into turn 1, the most iconic part of this track, the massive ramped corner. Then we go down another little straight where the overtakers obviously like to do their overtaking. And then we head into turns 2 and 3, the first of the one and only chicane on this track. And then the most dangerous part of this track, the man cannons. You take a jump up here and you are never going to land on your wheels when you hit the ground on the other side. Then we have a slight turn here, turn 4, that leads up to this enormous ramp. Yes, this track is enormous. Everything about it is enormous. Alright, and then we have turn 5, the stairs down. And this all used to be turn 5 last year, but they've changed it to this corner here being turn 6, and this one being turn 7, leading back down the massive straight. So that's our track. Let's go to meet our racers. Okay then, so we'll start with the leader of the championship this time. It is Green Team, Lewis Cam 30. Had another win last time out at Voy. It was a pretty tough race for them to win though. Have to fight off Orange Team and Red Team, who will meet in a minute. Speaking of Orange Team, actually, Ethercam 21, second in the championship, hasn't had a win yet this season. Could that change today? And then we have the blue team, Emilu82, who sit in third in this championship. Obviously, as we know, their iconic win last season at this track after everyone but her fell off the circuit. And then we have the red team, led by Mills NY, the new permanent racer on the red team, back to try and take the crown off of the green team this time round. And then we have the gold team, led by Kamikaze Samurai and Angie Golf. They haven't had too bad of a season. They started it off a bit more better this time around than last season, but they could definitely be doing better, and we're hoping to see that today. And then we have the brown team. No, it's not led by Harikari Kev this time around. He couldn't make it to this race, so they've put their substitute driver in, who is called Sullied. Okay. So that is all the races we have today. Purple and pink will not be competing. So let's get this race underway. Okay then, 6 races, 5 laps. Who will come out victorious at Delta Halo? The lights are counting. 5 red lights. And they're out. Who gets to fly first? It's orange, green and red, followed by blue, gold and brown team. Going up the ramp into turn 1. It's red team as the inside line. They do a little wheelie, putting the orange team out in front. They're all packed together, the top 3 at the moment. Orange, green and red headed down into the chicane. Green team has a little glitch behind the red. Ooh, almost squeezing him out there into the chicane. Brown team barges their way through up to third. On board with the blue team as they all go up the ramps at the same time. This is going to be chaos. And all smacking down. Oh, green team have a massive hit. Blue team get thrown off their bike actually. Swapping over to the brown team, Sullied. The new racer, the newest one this time around for round 4, doing quite well at the moment in third. So this would be a highest result ever for a brown team if they can finish there. Red team takes the lead off of orange, smacking down orange round the outside, stuck on the outside actually as brown team forces their way through as well. Slipping through, coming down the main straight to complete the first lap. Oh, the top 4 are really bunched up. Okay, they've actually let us put a camera on the track for this one to see them all come down into the first corner and see how they do it. Red team takes still in the lead. Brown team does a little wheelie, giving orange the lead back. Red team now starting to accelerate away. Green team at the minute sat in 4th position, headed into the chicanes for the second time this race. Brown team and orange team just see fighting up front, but the order could be shaken up for the second time round on the man cannons. Whoa, brown team does some, what they call flips in the air. Orange does them on the ground and ultimately loses out to brown team and green team. Orange now sat back in fourth. Red team continue to extend their lead. No, sorry, they don't. Brown and green are actually closing them in as they head round turn 5, doing these steps down. Brown team cuts off green team ever so slightly. Orange team putting himself back in the mix. Brown team smacks it down and actually loses out. We got a race in our hands now. Let's have a look at blue and gold as they come down the jumps. They do it nicely as well. On board with the brown team, sat in 4th position. They are going round into their 3rd lap.
Lap complete.
All come up. Brown team loosens up the accelerator to do the ramp a bit more better, and he does so. All keeping themselves packed up at the minute. Red team out in front, orange in 2nd, green in 3rd, brown in 4th, blue in 5th, and gold in 6th. Oh, almost going off there. Oh, orange and green almost do the same on the chicane, taking it really tight there. This is some fine driving right now. Yeah, all of them actually. And brown team didn't get a great jump off of those man cannons. Looking at the battle between green and orange as they head up the ramp. Down the stairs they go in a moment. Turn 5 as we are calling it today. And then the newly formed turn 6 and 7 up ahead.
Lost the lead.
Green team has a little wobble coming off of these stairs, still keeping their advantage on the orange team. And we see brown team just a little bit behind as well. But red team, their lead is massive at the moment. Speaking of red team, let's have a look at how their race is going. Up the ramps they go. They actually brake really hard to do that. But actually got them a better line out of there. As we see orange and green fighting behind. Red team's got a massive lead. This is going to take some work to bring it down. There, through the chicanes they go. You see, who's that up ahead? That is green team up ahead. Up the man cannons. And oh my goodness, red team have a massive crash. They get thrown off their bike. They've been knocked out. Brown team is in the lead. Orange team slips through as well. So is the green team. Oh no. Red team have lost everything here. I'm sure they can pull something out of the bag though. They've got it this far to build up that lead. Surely they can bring it back. On board with the gold and blue team. Just fighting round. Blue team does the switch back on gold, putting them back in front. Looking at our leaders now, the brown team, who have got their lead and their work cut out for them, as well as the 3 cars behind them look to close in and take that lead away from them. Orange and green fighting up ahead. Green is currently in 2nd. Orange takes that away from him down the ramp. They've had a little collision there. Green team get thrown up in the air and lose out everything to the orange and red team. Red team slips by the orange team going down the 2nd straight into these chicanes for the final time. Doing really nice work. Orange and red battling it out now for 2nd place. Green team can bring themselves back in. Brown team get away cleanly after the final jump. And red team have another hit. So is the green team. Green team get thrown off their bike this time. It looks to be all over for the green team. Sat in 4th at the moment. They could probably have a little dig at the red team if they could do this right. But looking at the stairs at the moment, it's brown team who have got the lead. This will be the first ever win for them. I don't want to curse it. They just got one more corner left to do this. Around the last corner, brown team go. On to the final straight. Here they come. It looks like they've done it brilliantly today. Absolutely brilliantly. Brown team win the Delta Halo Grand Prix. Wow. I am still in shock after that one. That was amazing. So, your winners this time round, for the first time ever in the Halo Racing Championship, are the brown team, securing themselves a massive 16 points, really helping them in their championship fight. Let's have a look at the standings after round 4 of the Halo Racing Championship. In first is green team, picking up only 8 points this time round, with on 52. 10 points behind them, closed them in 4 points after last time were Orange, who secured the 12 points, still keeping them in second, a firm lead ahead of Red and Blue, who are joint third on 30 points. Obviously Red picked up 10 and Blue picked up 6. And then we have Gold Team, who get 4 points this time round. That does boost them up above the Purple Team in this championship. And that is all the people who raced this time round. So we've got Green in first, Orange in second, Blue and Red in third. In fourth we have the Brown Team now with 24. In fifth we have Pink Team with 20. In sixth we have Gold Team with 16. And in seventh we have Purple Team with 10. So, who was best of the rest today? Well, I think there's only one person we have to give that to. The Brown Team were best of the rest today, having a pretty up and down race right up until the last 2 laps, where they went back to fourth, went up to first, in the middle somewhere. It was an exciting race for them, and pretty exciting to watch from our perspective as well. Anyway, after that, we head to the beach run Grand Prix. Yes, we go to Zanzibar, probably one of the most favourite tracks on the calendar. We'll see you then. Don't miss it.